home and make sure I can get them in. Oh, okay, so let's start with some arms. All right. So you can always pull more than you can push. Everybody knows that, right? You can pull more than you push because the front of your arm is always going to be much stronger. And that's mostly what we do all day long, right? Is we mostly pull things at ourselves. So pick up your bicep weights, and I want to show you, so a couple of things. Somebody had mentioned their wrists. The big thing when you do bicep curls, we'll start with the palms facing forward. Okay, you want to make sure that you don't get your shoulders involved in the pull. You want to isolate your biceps. And so if you can see, I could be doing this exercise set up like this with my shoulders, or I could get my shoulders under my ears. So what I always, and this is perfect because the mirrors are here today. If you go sideways to the mirror and you look, you want to make sure that your shoulders are sitting under your ears. Yeah, right. Now, you may be a little bit like this. This is what happens to us as we age. But think about lifting your collarbone and trying to set your shoulders underneath your ears. Then take your elbows and stick them by your waist. And they're not going to leave your waist. And then just pull your weight up. I think I'm bringing my knuckles up. Yep, and then I'm coming down. And I want you to take a really good look at your wrists as you're pulling that weight up. Are you seeing any movement in your wrist? No. Good. Then you're doing it correctly. So you can go all the way up, all right, keeping your elbows pinned by your waist, and all the way down. Yep, all the way up. So now you're working the bicep, the full range of motion that it can make. So here's my question to you. We've done about 7 of them already. Do you feel like you could do 30 more? Then you need a heavier weight. You need a heavier weight. So Martha's gone up a pound today. How's that feeling? Oh, right. So she's gone up. Yeah. So watch that as you pull, that your wrists don't lead the way. Good. So how's that feel to you? Does that weight feel fine? Let's do 2 more. Good. 2 more. Yep. And 1 more. Okay. So the weight you have in your hand right now, we just did about 12 repetitions. Mainly, so, and I think that you'll find with our Silver Sneakers classes that we're usually giving you either a time parameter or we're giving you a repetition parameter. So to do 12 repetitions, 12 to 15 repetitions usually takes about 60 seconds. So if I said, we're going to do bicep curls for 1 minute, that's one of my class formats, right? You would know, okay, so that weight I just put in my hand, that's going to be pretty good. Do you think you could do anything heavier? Yeah, what do you think? I think you could, you might want to go in and pick up a pair of 5s. How are you doing? I feel okay. How are you doing, Judith? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, because one of the things that we want to make sure with you is that we don't overfire you up, because that could really make you get super sore and set you back for 24 hours. So, you know, just kind of do it and say, yeah, I feel like I'm working, but I'm not killing myself. Okay. Ooh, we got 5s now. Okay. So now I'm going to show you another version of a bicep curl. So that was great. So now your dumbbell heads face forward, but it's the same mechanics. The shoulders are underneath the ears. That's it. You lifted up your collarbone. So now we're going to work the forearms as well. The dumbbell heads come up and then you rotate so that you finish the way you did before. And then you go down and the dumbbell heads go forward. This is gorgeous. Good. Then you come up and make sure that those wrists stay nice and firm, and then they come down. So I'm coming up with forearm twists. That's it. Good. So, yep. So as you're coming up, Martha, keep those. Yep. And then you finish like you did before. So pull the weights up a little bit higher. And then you go down. Good. Looks really good, everybody. So come on up. You don't want to let those elbows leave your waist. So you're going to nip your elbow up and then come down, but your dumbbell heads face me. Then you come up, there's that forearm twist, beautiful, and then come down. These are really good, everybody. Let's try it again. So dumbbell heads to, yep, and then come up and turn your palms, bring that weight. Yes, that's it, Martha. Full range. Good. Yep, come on up. So you feel it a little different. It's a little different. Yeah, it's a little different. So come on down, dumbbells face forward, palms in, come up, palms face my shoulder. Whew, I'm feeling these now. Good. Let's do 2 more. Beautiful. Good. And then come down. Yep. Good. And it's all one smooth motion and then come down. Good. All right. Now you may have to, for this next one, I don't know whether Lisa and Terry ever do these. These are forearm curls, and these are really, really good for strengthening up your wrists. They're very, very good. I'm going to dial down in my weight, but you might be okay staying where you're at. I'm just going to go down a little bit in my weight. So now these are palms face my thighs. Yeah, good choice. Good choice. So now palms face my thighs. Yep. And my shoulders are under my ears and my elbows are back by my waist. And now with no bend in my wrists, I just bring my weights up. Yep. And then I come down. Yep. So I bring my weights up and then I come down. Good. Super. So there's no bend in the wrists on these. And Martha will feel these with 5 pounds in her hands. Good. Up. Good job. And down. So why do we work the forearms? Because this is, again, these are muscles that are very important for when we have to lift things and pull things, and we want to keep them nice and strong, but more it's because they connect to the wrist. And the wrist is where we lose a lot of strength. I know personally. I'm definitely starting to have problems with my hands and my wrists. Let's do a few more. Your technique looks amazing. That's it. Anybody getting a little buzz on the front of their arms and their lower arms? Yes. Good, 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 good. And nice job, everybody. Good. Excellent. Now I want to show you, if you take your Dynaband, so I'm always going to give you options with your Dynaband. This is what I like about the Dynabands is that unlike a weight, so a weight is about physics. So when I start, so here's this weight. There's no work going on in my bicep right now. It's at rest. The tension on my bicep changes during the path of when I'm pulling my weight. It's at its maximum tension when I get to about up here. But as soon as I pass that point, the tension goes away. And then it's up to me to control the release of it. But the cool thing about the Dynaband, the tension is constant throughout. So let's say that I was going to do a bicep pull off of my right arm. All right. So I'm going to step on it with my right foot. Yep, it's coming out the side of my right shoe. Yep, cool. And then I'm just going to grab somewhere on it. And now you have the ability now to decide how much resistance you want on it. I would just pull with it set up like this. So you're only going to pull. So we're going to have it come out. We're going to do this for you. So you're going to grab this one. And we're going to let this one go. And we're going to give you a little bit more. So just lighten up your foot. Yeah, a little bit more. Good. Okay, cool. All right, so now you can see what this feels like, and you decide how short or long you want that band. So it's the same thing where you're pulling up, yep, and down. You're keeping that same great form you had before. Good. So you can do it either thumb forward, palm up. You can experiment. You can experiment with it, but you feel the tension. So do you feel the tension all the way through the pull versus with the weight? It varies depending on where you're at with it. And again, this is excellent for wrist strength. I love it for wrist strength. So try it with the palm facing forward. It's very different. Whoa, that's very different. And then you have, it's like, let's say that you're having a day where you don't feel that strong. Well, I'm just going to give myself a little bit more band. Now I don't get as much resistance, or I'm going to knock it out of the park today and I'm going to make it really short. Yeah. So let's try it coming out the left side. And again, it's just changing the stimulus to the muscle is what just constant, because if we constantly do the same thing over and over again, the muscles adapt, and they adapt quickly, even at our age. They adapt quickly. So here we go. So we're going to pull. Oh yeah, I can feel this side. I'm not as strong, so I'm going to give myself a little bit more. Yeah, and I've still got my shoulders around my ears, and I can play with, am I going to go palm up? Yep. Am I going to go thumb forward? Yep. Good. So you can play, yeah, and just keep that elbow in by your waist. Good. Super. Looks great. Good. All right. Biceps. Done. Good. The only other one that I ever use in my classes sometimes, and I don't know whether Lisa and Terry do this one, but I do like, and this is right off the Silver Sneakers channel, where they take these weights in the front and they bring them to the center, and then they go out. So this is just a little different. You might see this if you're watching a Silver Sneakers tape, but they'll come towards the chest. Yep. It's almost like they're getting ready to cross their hands, and then they'll go out, and then they'll come up. It's just a different way to work the biceps. So you might maybe see that. You might maybe see that one. Okay. Now, let us move to triceps. All right. Triceps, a whole bunch of different ways that we can address triceps. Let's do the first one where we sit in the chair, because sometimes the Silver Sneakers instructors will get you sitting in a chair. All right. So triceps, typically they're a little lighter weight. What I want to do is sit in the middle of my chair with my feet set under my knees. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hip hinge forward. So when I hip hinge, my back is straight and I'm looking at the floor right in front of my toes. I'm going to pick both my elbows up, and then I'm going to open my elbows and close my elbows. Good. Open my elbows and close. Y'all look great. I have nothing to say, except think about that your arms are wings, and you want to make sure that your elbows don't go out to the side. So you want to feel right in your armpit and a little bit below your armpit. That part of your arm has contact with you. Let's try 2 more. How you doing? That's it. Good. And 1 more. Good. Now the thing with the tricep is that, I'll just show you standing up. If I don't get over too far, and I do it here, all right, so my upper arm is not really parallel to the floor. And to get my triceps to really activate, I do need to get my shoulder to my elbow as parallel to the floor as I can. And then I'm going to open my elbow and close. So it can be a little bit of a challenging position. Very nice. Super. Yes, Martha. Yes. Good. Yes. So do you feel the difference when that upper arm is parallel to the floor or more? That puts the tricep opposite gravity, and then you feel it. Good job, ladies. Nice. Pick up your Dynaband. I like the Dynaband for triceps. I'm going to hold the Dynaband like this. I'm going to put my left hand on my right shoulder. Oh, sorry, left hand on my right shoulder. I teach everything backwards into the, so I cue left, but I'm doing things right. So, and then I'm going to shorten up my Dynaband. I'm going to press my left hand on my shoulder. I'm going to open my elbow and close my elbow. Open my elbow and close my elbow. Good. Open it, let it go a little bit. Now I don't, oh here. So we're going to put this. Oh, you were right before. You had it. So we're going to put it in this hand. Whoops. We're going to put it in your left hand. Perfect. We're going to stick that right up there. We're going to put that there, and we're going to grab this with your right. You got it. There you go. And now open it. So you might want to give yourself a little bit more. Yep. And just go straight down with it. That's it. That's it. Good. How's it feel? So you have to get it pretty short, right? You have to get it pretty short to do this. All right. Yep. Good. Now, all you do with it, just take it and shift it over to the other shoulder. Yes. Yes. And then try it on the other side. Good. So this is just, there's some people who don't like to lean over. It just kind of plays havoc with. Yes, exactly. So this is an option. If you have a Dynaband, this could be an option. If let's say that one of the Silver Sneakers instructors says, okay, everybody pick up 2 weights. We're gonna sit and we're gonna lean over and we're gonna work both arms at the same time. And you go, well, I have a better way for me. Now watch this. Take the Dynaband out in front of you. All right. Okay, with your elbows bent. Watch. Open and bend. Ooh, I need a little bit more. Open and bend. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend my elbows. So they're going to come right here. Yes. I'm going to pull my hands apart. Yes. And then we're going to come back in. I'm going to pull my hands apart and then let it come back in. So you see, so that's a beautiful upper back exercise. But what I want is this. So my elbows are bent. I've made 2 letter V's. Yes. And now I just pull my hands apart. Ooh, but not, the band doesn't come toward me. I just pull my band apart. Oh, this is the backs of my upper arms. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have your hands are going to be here. And now you're going to open your hands. Yeah. And then they're going to come in here. Then you're going to open them. Oh, she's got her triceps going now. I'm coming over to help you. We're just going to get those hands a little wider apart. You're doing great. Okay, good. All right. And we're going to pick the elbows up right here. And now I'm going to open my arms apart and I'm going to bend them. I'm going to open my arms apart and bend them in. Whoop. You're back to doing a beautiful back exercise. But I want tries. Out you come. Oh, yes, she's got it. Martha's got it. I see it. Yes. Yes. So the band doesn't come close to you. It just goes open and close. Open and close. It's like windshield wipers. Open. Yep. Hands up, everybody. Hands up, hands up. Open the window, close the window, open the window. Beautiful. Okay, boom. The backs of your arms should be dying. Great job, great job. All right, everybody, stand up. I'm going to teach you how to use your chair with your tricep. Here we go. Okay, pick a tricep weight. Okay. So sometimes you see us do this, where we get standing up and we're going to isolate the tricep. So what I want to do is put the weight in my right hand, put my left hand on my chair. Right hand with the weight, left hand on the chair. I'm going to send my right leg back. So now I'm going to split stance. And I love this because now I can lean over. All right, but I'm supported. And then I can pick my elbow up and look in the mirror and see whether or not my upper arm is parallel to the floor. Aha. And it stays there. You are correct. So the right leg goes back. The right leg goes back. Beautiful. Drop your chest. Pick up your right elbow. Open your elbow. Close your elbow. Open. Beautiful. And close it. Good. Open it and close it. Nice. Open and close. Yeah, you can actually lower down a little bit so it's not, yeah, quite so hard on your neck. Beautiful. Beautiful form. Everybody looks fantastic. Good job. Couple more. Yes. So Martha, you could almost pick that elbow up and get over a little bit more. That's it. Bend over a little. There you go. And then kick it. Good. Let's try it on the other side. Beautiful. Okay. In the left hand, left foot back. I'm using the chair as support so that I can drop my upper body over so that I can look at my front shoe. Pick up my elbow. All right. Make sure that it's in kind of, I want to make sure that my arm's in pretty close to my side. And now I'm going to open and close. And I don't have to worry. There it is. There it is. Beautiful. Keep that elbow. Yes, yes, yes. This looks great. This looks great, everybody. Nice. Now, when you squeeze, I know Terry uses this cue. As you open your elbow, I want you to consciously squeeze the back of your arm. Squeeze the back of your arm. A couple more. Squeeze the back of your arm. Yes. And last one. Nice job. So that's 3 ways that we can work the tricep. There's also this one, but it's very hard because a lot of people they just can't get their arms up that high. Yeah. So, but and it's really hard for people with long arms like you, because this is the deal. You have to keep your elbows pointed forward. And that's the hard part. You have to keep your elbows pointed forward. It's almost like you're sort of trying to squeeze your head a little bit. Yeah. So, but that can be challenging for some people. So we used to cue it as, let's keep a beach ball stuck between our elbows. But that's another option. That's another option. And because you're using both arms, you can typically use a little more weight. So cool. All right. The shoulders. They're the hard ones. They're the hard ones. Okay. No weights. First things first, shoulders. All right. So the whole key with shoulders. Has anybody had shoulder surgery? So no, okay. Well, it's not fun, but one thing you learn after shoulder surgery is the correct position to put your shoulders in. So here's the deal. If you think about it, if you just do some really big shoulder circles, so feel that whole range of motion that your shoulder can make, forward, up, down, and back, all right? I want you to start cueing in, dialing in on your shoulder blades. What are your shoulder blades doing? Mine are going up, back, down, and then they're flattening against my spine. Yeah, so feel that. Feel what your shoulders can do. So that's one range of motion that they can make. All right, here's another range of motion they can make. Flexion. Yep, and extension. So they can go, so your shoulder can flex and your shoulder can extend. All right. And the whole key with this, as you're doing it, is you want to keep your collarbone up. So think about, I'm going to lift my chest without lifting my shoulders up towards my ears. And everybody just grew an inch. That's so cool. Excellent. Good. This is another range of motion that your arm can make, your shoulder can make. It can abduct and it can adduct. This is the shoulder is the most complicated joint in the body because it can move in all the planes of motion the body is able to move in. So you're now in your frontal plane. That last one you were in the sagittal plane. And the other one you were able to rotate in it. Good. So try with the other arm. So I can abduct and then I can come across the midline and I can go out and I can go across the midline. All right. So again, it's just an amazing, amazing joint. But it's the head of your arm is a golf ball sitting on a tee. You got this big ball at the end of your arm bone at the top, and it sits into literally a little cup, and it's held together with all these tiny little muscles. And those tiny little muscles are called your rotator cuff, and the big ones are your deltoids that go over it. And those rotator cuff muscles, if we don't keep them strong, those are the ones that people tear, like me. So, okay, so pick up a weight that you typically work with shoulders. All right. Okay. It's going to be the same process we did with the standing biceps. You pick the shoulders up, you drop them into your back pocket, and you lift your chest without lifting your shoulders. That's hard. Yeah, so good. Then you're going to pull your chin in a little bit. There you go. Looks great. Let's try it one more time. We're going up, down, back, and I lifted my chest. Good. All right. From here, dumbbell heads face forward. Bring your right arm up and down, and now your left arm. And I'm looking to see that that position of your shoulder under your ear, your scapula in the back, your shoulder blades, they're not moving all over the place. This is just your shoulder muscle. Beautiful, beautiful, good. So for you, it's about, yes, there it is. There it is. There it is. It's keeping that chest lifted. Good. Let's try going up the side. So now I'm going to go up the side and then the other side. I'm going to give you a little tip. Try it with your palm down. Try it that way. So it comes up. Okay. And then try it the other way. All right. And now try it with your thumb pointing sideways. Now go up. Which felt better? Usually this feels better because you're keeping the head of the humerus. So when you do this one, the ball rotates in the cup. It rotates in the teacup. And sometimes it gets stuck if you're having neck problems. You're having neck problems, you're better off doing it this way because that will allow you to maintain the position of your shoulder, of your, I'm so sorry, of your arm bone sitting in your shoulder socket, your shoulder joint more comfortably. So this is an option. So when we start to say to everybody, all right, we're going to do some side raises. If you start doing them and you find with your palms down that your shoulders are starting to do, that your neck is starting to do more of the work. That was a good example I just showed you there. Watch, my neck is doing some of the work. But now when I do it this way, the top of my shoulder is the primary mover on. You feel that? Yeah, it should feel more comfortable, particularly if you have a neck problem. I would avoid this internal rotation of your shoulder. I really would. And for you, just being able to lift your chest. Oh, there, it's perfect. Yes, you'll hear little pops and little snaps. Yeah. It's just, it's probably things are tight. It's probably things are tight and things are getting a little hung up as you move. So let's, I think it's a wonderful strategy for somebody who hears a lot of clicking and popping coming out of their shoulders, that again, you focus on this. This is the main thing. Okay. And then do everything with your thumbs leading the way. Your thumbs are going to lead the way. All right. So that's actually, I'm going straight out, but it's a wonderful question you ask, because if you can see your weights in your peripheral vision, that's a great line of motion instead of straight out there. It's a really good strategy that you can just kind of see them a little bit out of your peripheral. Yeah, that's perfect. Woo, I'm feeling that on the tops of my shoulders. So again, you can experiment and you don't have to go any higher than your shoulder. Because as soon as you pass your shoulder, you're going to fire your neck. You're going to fire your trapezius muscles. Your traps are a big muscle that starts up here, the base of the skull, and it comes down and it's a big fan and it goes out and then it goes back into a taper again. And there's the lower traps and the middle traps and the upper traps. And as soon as your arms go above your head, your upper trapezius has to fire. But then you start using other things in your neck. You start to use other muscles in your neck to try to muscle things up. So for overhead presses, again, you could do them this way. All right. So now though, your arm bone has now been externally rotated. up in the shoulder socket. So you can try it. You don't have to go all the way up. Even if you only go halfway up, you fired the muscle that we're trying to work, which is the top of your deltoid muscle. So you don't have to go all the way to here. So the way I look at it is I'm going to put something on the next shelf, and you're still going to get the sensation in the top of the shoulder. Okay, now turn your hands in. I bet it's going to get easier. Here we go. Lift and lower. And again, you don't have to go all the way up. So Terry calls this putting things on a shelf. And it's a great description because you want to be able to see your weights, because this is what happens if you go vertical. I'm going to get sideways to the camera. Watch. That's what starts to happen. So the more that your weights go directly over your shoulders, then you'll lose it. Right? So again, yeah. So just kind of keep them a little bit in front of you and press them up, and they don't have to go up all the way. Yeah. And where's the sensation? It's right there. It's right there. As long, oh yeah. So that's because your deltoid muscle goes like this. It tapers. It tapers. It lays over the arm bone, and then it tapers to a point. And a lot of people will say, oh, it's that you probably need somebody to get in there and just give you a good little rub. Or you could do it yourself. Because I get that on this side. So I just get in there and I dig around and, try to, don't forget that the muscle fibers are running down. So I'm going to go down, and then I'm going to get in there, and I'm going to do like a little trigger point, I'm going to get, yeah, that's a really common spot. Really common spot. Okay, so, all right, we talked about, so we did front raises, lateral raises, we did overhead presses. So remember, there's always 2 hand positions. It's either palms down, palms forward, but if it works better for you, thumbs up, thumbs back. And you don't have to go all the way up there because you may lose your position. Okay, rear delt. This is the hardest one, the back of the shoulder. But this is where everybody's weak. Everybody's weak. So let's put the weights down and let's go to our Dynaband. And now Anne gets to do what she really wants to do. She's going to do her upper back strengthening now. Okay, so I'm going to give myself a fairly decent amount of band here. All right, so even though my arms are in front of me, my scapula position is still the same. All right, so it's up, down, shoulder blades, back pocket. You're going to lock out your elbows. So lock them out. Good. Pull your band apart until your arms go, yep, and you're aiming for mid-chest, and then let them come forward. Good. Pull them apart. Love this one. Good. All the way open, and let them go. All the way open. And if you have kept your shoulders in the correct position, is anybody starting to get a little buzz behind their shoulder blades? So lock your elbows out. That's it. Lock your elbows out. Keep your arms really straight. Straight. Anybody getting a buzz? Right behind the shoulders. Yes, good. One more. Oh, nice job. Good. You want to make sure you're here. And then for you, we're going to change your target. It's not going to be here. We're going to just pull open a little lower. And then that way, then you won't get it in your neck. So maybe just below your bra line. Yes. And that will allow you to control the, because we don't want your traps. These are big, strong muscles. Have you ever had a massage? I hate it when I go to Charlie and he gets in on my traps. Those muscles and they get in there and they start, everybody has tight traps. And we have tight traps because of the way we live in the modern day world, computers, phones, driving. So our traps are always over firing to try to hold us up. They're always like, what are you doing to me? So I'm just going to go, you know, so that's why. But yeah, so just lower your target. That's it. Beautiful. Okay, now let's do rear deltoid, the back of the shoulder, seated in a chair. So here we go. So I'm going to grab my shoulder weights. Beautiful. Should probably come up for purposes of the video. Okay, so again, I'm sitting in the middle of my chair, and right away I am going to set up really good posture even though I'm sitting in a chair. So now I'm really aware that my shoulders are under my ears. All right, yep. And I've kind of pulled my chin in a little bit. Okay, so here's the deal. We're just going to hip hinge forward and we're looking at the floor. Now, I don't want to lift my chin. And I know that when you're watching us teach, the tendency is that you want to lift your head to be able to look at your screen. I'd set your chair up sideways to your computer, because that way then you'll be okay. Because looking sideways is fine, but lifting the chin is not. So now, just your right arm. Lift your right arm. Good. And let it come down. Just your left arm. Lift. Good. Do you feel a difference between the range of motion side to side? So I have better range of motion on the right than on the left. Anybody else feel that there's sort of this asymmetry going on? That's pretty normal. Now try it with your dumbbell heads turned out. So your thumbs are going to lead the way. All right. Right arm lift. Ooh, I'm getting better range of motion. Anybody else? I'm getting way better range of motion. Yeah, nice straight arm, thumb up. I see better ranges of motion for everybody in this room with their thumb set like this. So this is an option for you. All right, yep, and then go ahead and take a break. Now, if I do this seated and I'm sitting straight up, I'm working the top of my shoulder. All right, because again, this is all about where the weight is relative to gravity's pull. So if I'm seated straight up, I'm working the top of my shoulder. As soon as I drop over, the farther I drop over, if it's comfortable, the farther I drop over, the more I get my back muscles working opposite gravity. So now try it. Yep. I don't feel this on the top of my shoulder anymore. I feel the muscles on my back are the ones that are driving the motion. Good. Good. Good, 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 good. Straight out to the side. Beautiful. I'm just going to come over and we're going to get your arms going straight outside. Here we go. Here they go. Good. And down. Nice job. And I'm going to have you, if it's okay. Okay, good. Whoops. Here you go. Grab. And we're going to lift. There you go. Beautiful. There we go. Good job, everybody. Good job. Nice. So Martha, how's it feel better to you? Palm down or thumb up? Thumb up. Yeah. It just loosens, it allows, yeah. And I think thumb up is the perfect strategy because it keeps the work out of your neck. Beautiful. Take a break. Good, 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 good. Nice. Okay, so let's put some of these movements together in a little combo. All right, seated in a chair. Sometimes I don't tend to work the back of the shoulder standing very much in my Silver Sneakers classes. I'm thinking that if Lisa and Terry do, maybe a strategy would be that you would have the chair as your, so that you had something, because a lot of times you'll see these done here in a hip hinge, but these are tough to hold. These are really tough to hold. So it could be that you decide that you're going to use your chair and just work one at a time. And then at least you'd be standing, maybe getting a little bit of leg work. So that's an option. Okay, so let's try some combos. All right, here we go. Woo, 45 minutes goes quick. All right, so thumbs out, everybody. I think we've determined that for our group here. Oh, Martha, I like it. She went for a little heavier weight. I love it. Okay, so the first one we're going to do is up the side. Here we go. Both lift. How do your shoulders look? And down, up the front. How do your shoulders look? Good. Hip hinge, lean forward, thumbs out, up the side. Boom, it's hard with both, right? Go ahead, sit up. Here we go. Up the side, hold, hold, push out, push out, push out through your elbows. Woof, and lower. Good job, good job. Up the front and hold. How do your shoulders look? Oh, yeah, fight, fight, fight for it, and down. Nice job. Hip hinge. All right, look at the floor in front of your sneakers. Nice flat back, thumbs out. Here we go. Lift, hold. I can't lift very far, but I'm getting it in the back of my shoulders. Good, and come down. Nice job. This time, up the front, palms up, bicep curl. Boom. Come out, dumbbell heads up and lower. What you're watching yourselves in the mirror for is, can you maintain your shoulder position? Can you keep your chest up? Can you keep your shoulder blades in your back pockets? Here we go. Up the front, palms up. Bring them to your shoulders. Out you go. Long arms. Good. Dumbbell heads up and down. We'll try one more. Here we go. Up. Palms up. Curl. Yep. Reach out with those arms. Good. And then come down. Woo! I got a lot of work on my shoulders on that. Sometimes those combo moves are really good because they just challenge it. And also doing anything and holding it. Just hold it. Like you'll really, or slow. That will also put your muscle under tension for longer. And it's a way, instead of just doing 1, 2, 3, go 1, 2, 3, and down. Great job. Put your weights down. Go ahead, grab the back of your chair. Super. So we did bis, we did tris, we did shoulders. And next week, we're going to move on and learn more. That's it. And then just lean forward a little bit and just open up your shoulders. There you go. Nice. And then come, yep, open up your arms. Now, the only other one that I didn't do you know when we do chest press when we're in the chair? This is the, I totally forgot about this. So the chest press one, I'm sorry. It's this one where you lean back. I'm so sorry I forgot this one because this is the upper. This is another one that involves your shoulders. And we'll get into chest press and back a little bit more next week. But this is where your dumbbell heads are just set kind of by your shoulders, a little above your shoulders, and then you push on the diagonal and then come down. Try it with your palms facing in and tell me if that feels better. That's another way that you can do it. So the dumbbell head, so your palms face in, so you put, yes, and then punch. So that's a tricep. That's a tricep push-up. Yep. So you're leaning back. There you go. Good. Good, good, good. And the more your booty goes forward, the more you're going to work opposite gravity. Boom, and down. So it depends on where you feel comfortable. Yeah, good. So we can work a little more on that next week. Okay. All right. So let's go back to stretching. So here we go. So I'm going to grab the back of my chair up a little higher now. See if I can come forward. Good. Beautiful. Nice. Excellent. Tricep stretch. So a good way to stretch your tricep is just stick a hand on the bottom of your arm and push it up. Push it up and see how that feels. There you go. Good. And of course, the more you push on it, so I'm going to push back and down, the more I get it. Good. And then let that go. Good. I'm going to just grab my other elbow, push it as far as I can go. Don't worry if it doesn't go all the way up. And then if I want to really make it more of a stretch, I'm just going to really, yeah, that's it. Good. Good, 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 good. Bicep stretch, super simple. I'm going to take my hands behind me, thumbs down. That's a bicep stretch. That will stretch the two heads of the biceps muscle. Good, thumbs down, nice. Back of the shoulder stretch. Reach to the mirror. Go ahead, grab just above your elbow and pull across. Yeah, good. So one thing that will help is, so start here, reach forward with your shoulder. So it's like someone's grabbing your hand and pulling it away from you, trying to pull your arm out. And then grab somewhere and pull across. Oh, there it is. Oh, yes. Because what you've done is you've pre-stretched the back of the shoulder, and now you're taking the stretch a little bigger. Yep, and you can kind of drop your arm down a little bit there, Anne. If you drop your shoulder down, yes, yes, beautiful. And then let it go. All right, so now arm out, and then someone grabbed it, so your shoulder is coming forward. Oh, they're trying to pull my arm out. I'm going to grab it, and I'm going to keep, yeah, there, yes. So when we do that one and our shoulder is way up here, ouch, just drop it down. Yes, there you go. So you should feel that right around back in there. Good, excellent, good. And then the one that I like, just make sure that your shoulders, it helps to release stuff that's in the shoulder joint. I'm going to pick my arms up as best as I can. And then I'm literally, it's like someone's pulling me up, and then I'm going to relax them. And then they're pulling me up, and I'm going to relax them. And then pull up. The other way you can do this is on the floor. Yep, is you can try to stretch your arms up and down. Good job. Good job. Yeah. So up. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Lift and lift and lift. Because we get stiff in here, like the shoulders get stiff. So we want to maintain. So again, your shoulder can circumduct, can go around in a circle, can go around in a circle this way. This is adduction, abduction. It can circle this way. It can go out and across. Your shoulder is an amazing joint, and it can flex and extend and flex and extend. And the other thing is, if your shoulder gets really, really, really stuck, hang and make it do a little circle. Is that cool? Just hang and let it go around in a circle. Because it's a gravity type of assisted thing. So you're just doing small circles. You're just doing this just around and around and around. And you're kind of using momentum. You're not trying to really add a lot of muscle behind it. I'm going to do it on the other side. I'm just going to do little circles with it. You can hang on a chair when you do it. That is so good for keeping your shoulders loose. Yay! Good job. Great job. Good job. Good job. Great. Awesome. Awesome. Awesome, guys. So good. Yeah. The biggest takeaways. Where are your shoulders? Where are they? Are they down or are they here? This has been